Amina's journey from village girl to international model. Hello everyone. This is an English listening practice. Today I will tell you a story about a girl named Amina. She lived in a small African village and became an international model. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe so you can grow with this community and learn English through inspiring stories like this one. Now, let's begin. Amina was born in a small village in Kenya. Her home was far from the city. There were no big roads, no tall buildings. Most people in her village were farmers. They worked hard every day. Amina lived with her mother and two younger brothers. Her father had passed away when she was a baby. Life was not easy, but her mother always told her, "You are strong. You can do anything." Amina loved to look at magazines. One day, a visitor came to the village and gave her a magazine from the city. On the cover was a tall, beautiful woman. She was a model. Amina looked at the picture and whispered, "One day, I want to be like her." But people in the village laughed when she said that. "You are just a village girl," they told her. "Models live in cities. Models speak English. Models are rich." Amina didn't listen. She kept dreaming. Every night, she practiced walking like a model. She looked in the mirror and smiled. But she had a problem. She didn't speak English well. One day, she asked her teacher, "Can you help me learn English?" The teacher smiled. "Yes, but you must work hard." So every morning, Amina woke up early. She read English books. She listened to English radio. She spoke with anyone who knew even a little English. Sometimes she made mistakes, but she kept going. Years passed. Amina grew taller and stronger. When she was 18, she joined a small modeling competition in the nearby town. She was nervous. Many girls wore fancy clothes. Amina wore a simple dress her mother made. Before walking, she told herself, "I can do this." And she did. She walked with grace. She smiled with confidence. The judges noticed her. She won second place. After the show, a woman came to her and said, "You have potential. Do you have an email?" Amina didn't. She had never used a computer, but she wrote her name and phone number on paper. 2 weeks later, she got a call. It was from a modeling agency in Nairobi, the capital city. They wanted to see her. Amina was scared. She had never left her village. But her mother said, "Go, don't be afraid. Your dream is calling." She took a long bus ride to the city. Everything was big and loud. She was shy. Her English was not perfect, but she tried. At the agency, she waited in a long line. When it was her turn, they asked her to walk. She took a deep breath and walked, just like she had practiced. One of the agents said, "She's different. She has something special." They gave her a chance. She stayed in the city and trained for many months. She practiced walking, posing, and speaking English. She watched videos. She worked on her grammar. She learned how to write emails, talk to designers, and do interviews. Sometimes she cried. Sometimes she wanted to give up. But every time she felt weak, she remembered her mother's words, "You are strong. You can do anything." Then one day she got an email. "You are invited to walk in a fashion show in Paris." Paris. Amina had only seen Paris in books and magazines. Now she was going there. She flew on a plane for the first time. She saw the Eiffel Tower. She met people from many countries. She spoke English with models from Italy, Brazil, China, and the US. She made mistakes, but no one laughed. They helped her, and she helped them too. The show day came. Amina stood backstage. She wore a beautiful dress. The music started. The lights were bright. She walked on the runway with confidence. Cameras flashed, people clapped. Her dream was real. After the show, a reporter asked, "Where are you from?" She smiled and said, "I come from a small village in Kenya." The reporter asked, "How did you get here?" She answered, "I learned English. I believed in myself. I worked hard, and I never gave up." But Amina's journey didn't end there. After Paris, she traveled to Milan, London, and New York. She was in magazines and photo shoots. But life in the fashion world was not easy. She had to wake up early, wait at castings for hours, and sometimes she didn't get picked. Some people said her skin was too dark. Others didn't understand her accent. She often missed home. She missed her mother, the warm food, the quiet nights in the village. One day, after a long, cold shoot in New York, she sat alone and cried. "Maybe I don't belong here," she said to herself. But then she remembered. She didn't come here just to be a model. She came to show the world what was possible for girls like her, for girls who start with nothing but a dream. So she stayed strong. She took more English lessons. She started helping other young models from Africa. She showed them how to prepare, how to speak with confidence, how to believe. She didn't just walk the runway, she spoke on stage. She gave talks. She shared her story. Now Amina travels the world. She is in magazines. She speaks English in interviews. She visits schools to tell girls, dream big, learn every day. You can do anything. Later, she returned to Kenya and built something special, a school for girls, a place to learn English, fashion, computers, and confidence. She called it the Dream House. She stood in front of the students and said, "I stood where you stand. I had fear too, but I kept going. Now it's your turn." Amina's story shows us, even if you start small, you can go far. Even if you are afraid, you can still be brave. Even if others say no, you can say yes to yourself. Now it's your turn to practice. Repeat after me. I believe in myself. I learn English every day. I never give up. I can do anything. If this story inspired you, join our community by subscribing. Every story brings you closer to confident English and powerful motivation. Thank you for listening. See you next time.